I'll try not to drink my coffee in your ear. It is, what day is it? It is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. I have my little readers on. I'm trying to get used to those. Um, this will be fun, right? So, we are in the second month of quarter 2, and I thought now would be a really good time just to reassess where we're at as business owners. Again, I'm Stephanie Grams, CEO and founder of the Keepsake Business Academy.com and also the Keepsake Business Professionals Network Association. That will be announced legitimately this summer of 2024. But I'm just going to keep going through quarterly assessments with us. And, if you have a notepad or something, maybe you can jot some notes along with me. And then if you are a paying student at the Keepsake Business Academy.com, then you will have a printout added to the supplement area um, shortly within the week. So, but still follow along. If this is helpful, give a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything to show YouTube that you like my content, and that helps me. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me, and it will eventually help me be monetized, and I can start paying my bills because time is money. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in time and training to bring this information to you over the last decade or two. So hopefully this is something that's of value to you as well. All right, so I like to kind of reassess my business on a quarterly basis. Usually I do this at the end of each quarter, looking ahead. But for quarter 2 of 2024, I took a break really from a lot of things. I still gave some content here and there. I regularly gave fresh content to my paying students. But as far as the sewing services, I did a very, very little. I didn't take too many orders, and I really just readjusted myself to see what I wanted to do moving forward in 2024 with my own business. And yes, I still sew, but I do a lot of design work off screen. And maybe someday I will share that part of my life with you. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I remember being about 12 years old, roughly, when I started sketching designs for clothes. I'm not really into fashion. Like, whenever somebody says fashion design, I'm not really into fashion per se, but I am into design work and textiles. And so, my latest customer, once I get the okay from her, I will show you a textile design I did for Keepsake that she ordered. But I want to get my customers okay with that first. All right, so if you have pen and paper, maybe you can follow along and add your own questions, or as I read this question to you, maybe you can just jot down your answers and save it for yourself. So these are some assessment questions I like to ask myself. And again, you can add questions that are more geared to your business. And if you need help, I do offer coaching, paid coaching. So customer feedback is the title of this one. And it's like, what feedback have you received from customers regarding the memory bears you created in quarter 2? And you can look over quarter 1, depending on how long you've been in business. Did you make any memory bears and keepsakes? What products did you make? And what was the feedback? Jot it all down. And what was your thoughts behind creating that? Did you find that you really didn't enjoy creating that particular keepsake? If so, then jot that down, that maybe you made a weighted preemie memory bear and it wasn't something you enjoyed doing. Maybe that's something that you won't offer again. So just, this is for you and your business growth. And then have customers expressed satisfaction with the design, quality, and the turnaround time. So write all this down. Customer feedback, delivery. Add one more as far as packaging. If you do any type of shipping, and I'm going to go into detail with shipping with you, but and not in this video. This is Quarter2 assessment video. Write down what maybe you struggled. Maybe you ran out of branded stickers, or maybe you don't have branding and you want to have branded stickers for your business. Think of all of this and write it down. Number 2 is product innovation. Again, you don't have to get stuck in the same old ordinary memory bear or quilt or other keepsake. Think of ways you can make it more unique, right, for you and your customers. Did you introduce any new designs or features to your memory bear collection during Quarter2? Yes or no? And then how well did these designs, how well did your customers receive these designs? Did they not say anything at all? Did they say, oh, that's unique, give you a thumbs up? Like, what was the feedback on that particular new product? Number 3 is sales performance. How did your memory bear sales in Quarter2 compare to the previous quarter? Now, if you are aspiring or you're brand new right out the door and you don't have sales, you can still write this question down, because you want to chart your success as you grow. How many sales, how many customers. And I would like to also, under sales, even though if you don't sell anything, how many people inquired about your services, whether they went through with the order or not. How many people did you actually reach where they actually reached out to you about your services? That number can tell you a lot in the future. So if you just write it down, like I have a regular calendar. Let me see if I can find it here in my disaster. So let me flip to a blank calendar page for you. Here. This has nothing written in it because I don't want you to see my notes. All right. I just have a blank calendar. I also have the binder that I created. Let me see if it's showable for you right now. I don't want to. Okay. So this is my business binder. And right now, a quick sales break here. If you go to keepsakebusinessacademy.com and sign up any day, May 2024, then if you pay and become a student, you get all of these business supplements, my ebook and all of that as a bonus for free. So they would go into your business binder. And this was my 2024 SMART goals, and I have a whole video on this in January of 2024. It's in the playlist somewhere. I went through all of my business goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. And so it went through health, leisure, my business goals, finance goals, and personal growth goals. And then I went on to this tab, and I found these online at, I think, maybe staples.com, but I did find them at Walmart lately in the office and stationery. And there's 12 tabs, and so I just labeled them the months of the year. And then off to the side, I labeled them by quarters. I'm not sure if you can see it very well. So that's just some notes that I added to my own business tab. And then on the main tab, I just put the month. Now you can get real fancy and decorate this if you want, but I just used my colored pens and did it. I might decorate it later. And so if I go back to my monthly goals, and then I want to show you, this is what one of the set of printouts look like that I give you as a bonus in the month of May. Um, but we will be delving deep in the private student only group, going through all of these supplements. That's why they are going to be given to you as a bonus in the month of May if you sign up, because in June of 2024, I will be going into the student only group and actually working these sheets with you as an added bonus. Let me put my mic back on. I apologize for that. And so each month I have these labeled, January through December, along with all the business supplements. Again, here's a blank monthly goals sheet. This is just one of the many that you would get in the packet. So the reason I showed you this is because this right here, I am a paper planner. I have to have everything written out and in front of me. So I take that supplement with this calendar. And I think my husband found this at Walmart. It's not anything fancy, but it has plenty of space, nice big blocks, and that's where I write everything out. And I keep myself accountable. So I make an action. I take action in my business daily, whether I'm on video or audio or behind the scenes and sketching. I'm working in the business. I'm productive. I'm not just busy, but I am productive. So that goes to the sales performance number 3 point. So how did you do? So let's say that in Quarter2, today is May, I've had 4 people ask me about my services. So I'm just going to jot that down on today's date. Let's pretend this is May. I can't really show you my May calendar because of all my notes. But say like today they asked me, 4 people. I would write 4 people inquired, because I want to know, I want to keep track on, really, do I see a return on investment? Do I really see people engaging with the social media content that I'm putting out? Okay, give me just a second. I need a drink. All right, so are there any patterns or trends or that your customers prefer, or that are in demand, that you have observed in this quarter? And so one trend in my research has been an increase in requests for weighted baby weight memory bears. And so I do not offer that service. I can teach you how to do that, but I do not offer that as a service. That's not my demographics. That is not who really I cater to. I have been asked in the past if I would make one. I just don't offer it. But again, I do teach how to create them. So I would write down in my trends, even though the trend is not something I offer, I'm still going to write down the trend that I see. Birth weight memory bears. That's one of the trends I see. So again, I will put that in my month of May, because it's May, and I will write down trends and I'll write down what I noticed. Okay, and again, this only takes a few seconds of your day to write these things in, and pretty soon you're going to have a nice, really nice business binder full of actual useful information to help you move forward and through into your memory bear and keepsake business. All right, number 4, if you're following along, is under operations. Were there any bottlenecks or challenges in the production process for making your memory bears or keepsakes or whatever it is? If you offer multiple products, memory bears, ornaments, and quilts, what, if any of them, did you kind of stumble through? Was there an operational issue with any of them? And an example of that could be, did you run out of stabilizer for the quilt? Was it too difficult to find the right batting? Did you run out of thread and have a hard time finding a supplier? Those are really good notes to take, because that will help you with your inventory control, and that way you don't have to have this issue again. One thing that I noticed a while back was I had a hard time finding certain safety eyes and noses. So what I did at the beginning of the year is I purchased numerous sizes of both eyes and noses, because I knew, even though I don't use all the sizes all the time, I do know moving into Quarter 3, I have a specific product that I'm going to reintroduce into the marketplace, and it calls for a certain size eye, and I want to make sure I have at least enough sets of that for the limited edition item I'm going to offer. So that's just another little sales tip you might want to jot down so you have it. All right, so how can you mainstream your operations to improve your efficiency and meet customer demand more effectively? So let's just bring this down just a little bit for just a minute. I am solo in my business. And so what I don't have overhead, I don't have staff, I don't have any of that, right? But I still want to work efficiently, knowing that it's just me taking these orders and it's just me doing all the work right now. And I need to know, how can I improve or streamline? And one thing that I found for myself was having all the plastic eyes and nose in one area, all the floss in one area. Then I have my sewing machine thread next to my embroidery machine thread. And so I have things layered neatly in an order that makes sense for me. So when I'm working on a certain order, I know exactly what I have, where it's at, it's labeled. All right, so moving on, number 5 is customer relationships. Did you maintain a strong relationship with repeat customers who ordered one of your products previously or even in Quarter 2? Do you talk to any past customers? I know in our field, it's not unusual for a customer just to not really keep up with your business and stuff like that. So one thing that I do, and a lot of people I noticed rely on social media to stay in contact with their customers after they've received their order. And that doesn't always work, because, some customers don't always stay online. They don't always check messages, especially these days with being bombarded with inbox messages and spam and things like that. So if you have their actual mailing address, consider now, or at least in Quarter 3, send out a little, "Hi, I'm here. Thank you for your past order. These are the new products," kind of announcement. I know postage isn't cheap, but you may want to rekindle that relationship with past customers if that's an option for you. All right, number 6 is marketing effectiveness. And so, how successful were you in your marketing efforts in promoting your services during this quarter? I could have done better. Like I said, probably April, I really dropped the ball on going live and posting videos and things like that. But again, I had to take a step back for a little bit, because I don't want to give you so much content that there's content overload. But then I don't want to just ghost all of you and thinking, what else do I do in my business? So I'm getting better at knowing what content to give you and how much of it to give. And then I also realized that everybody's in a different space, everybody's in a different place in this industry. What I talk about today may not really be on your radar, but 3 months from now, you might find it helpful. So I've just decided that I will bring content to you on a regular basis, and hopefully it's something you can use right away. And if not, maybe it's something you can use later. So for me, my marketing needs to be more consistent. And I just need to say what needs to be said for the industry and just keep moving forward. And then what marketing channels or strategies yielded the highest return on investment in terms of generating leads or conversions? So my social media post, I did an @tag where I said tagged followers on. So when you're on Facebook, you have people that will click follow but not connect with you as a friend. So what I did is I posted one of my May 2024 Keepsake Business Academy ad, and then I tagged followers. Okay, these aren't friends, and these are just followers, and I have hundreds, maybe even over 1,000 at this point, of people that just follow me. I don't know who they are. I don't know why they want to follow me or any of that. So they've never sent me a friend request, and we aren't connected. So I thought, okay, this is interesting. So I got feedback, all right. 2 people said, they didn't like it and they wanted me to stop tagging them. But what they failed to realize is I didn't tag them personally. They chose to follow me. They didn't choose to connect with me. They chose to follow me. And so anybody that follows me, I'm just going to say, here's my ad. I don't know why else you would follow me. It's not like my personal life is all that wonderful or interesting. So I figured maybe they're following me because I talk about business stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do, but they can just click unfollow and then they're not tagged, right? So, I got some feedback there, but I did end up with a very unique order. I loved creating this product, and I hope that my customer will let me talk about it on one of my videos. All right, so, and then which marketing? Oh, yeah. So your return on investment, did you generate leads, and was there any conversions? I did. I generated 1 lead, and she ordered from me. All right, and I wasn't even really advertising my services from what I remember from that. So, all right, number 7, feedback. Have you actively sought and incorporated feedback from customers concerning your designs and your services? So an idea would be, first of all, one thing I recommend to my students is choose the sewing pattern that they prefer, but one that their customers would like also. One thing I always encourage is that you don't allow yourself to be seen as a generalist when it comes to a sewpreneur. You can, if you want to. You can be the Jill or Jack of all trades when it comes to sewing if you prefer, if that's something that you like. But for the most part, those that are memory bear artists and keepsake artists really have a specific pattern that they enjoy making, and they have specific customers they enjoy working with, and they're not afraid to turn orders away because it's not the ideal customer. I have turned customers away because, like I said in the beginning, I do not offer baby weighted products. I will teach you how to sew that, but I don't enjoy making those. I don't want the overhead from those. I don't want the liability of those. There's nothing about them that I find enjoyable personally. And I've seen some that are beautiful. There's some that are made and they charge well over $100 a piece. So, I mean, there is money to be made in that, and there is a demand, and right now it's trending. But again, I cannot make myself make those. I just can't. But again, I'll be more than happy to show you how to do that. And then, are there any reoccurring suggestions or requests from your customers that you should prioritize in the future quarters. So if they've given you suggestions and ideas, and it's you see that there's more individuals with the same request and so forth, maybe take notice of that and see if it's something that you're interested in doing. And then, and on a side note, if you're getting customers asking you to create stuff that you really don't enjoy creating, perhaps your marketing message is a little off and you're reaching the wrong customer base. And that's something that we can work together and fix if that's something that you struggle with. And then number 8 is competitive analysis. Don't waste too much time doing this, please. This is something that can take hours and hours and hours of your time. And honestly, I don't know that that's going to be the utmost of value to you. Again, only you're going to know that, but there's some really easy tips to follow when it comes to competitor analysis. And again, this goes with the shiny object syndrome and staying in your own lane. Remember, go back to that one-page business plan that hopefully you wrote. If not, if you're a student, I gave you a template and I told you how to how to do all of this. Please revisit that one-page business plan. Put it on your wall so you can see it every day, so you know where your lane is and what you need to stay focused on. Okay, so what new competitors or trends have emerged in this market during Quarter2? This question can go for every single quarter, and you will hear me repeat these every single quarter. But for Quarter2, since we're still fresh into the year, what is there a new competitor in town? And is there a new trend that is serving your customers that you haven't offered to your customer base yet? And then how can you differentiate your services and stay ahead of the competitor? Now remember, you're talking about the same competitors offering the same thing you offer, the same products, close to the same pricing, and how can you get ahead of them? And obviously we don't bash one another in this industry. Please don't be that person. And then number 9 is financial management. It is so fun to shop for this business, isn't it? I mean, I love looking at all of the new safety eyes. They have these gorgeous ones that are made out of glass. Now, I don't offer that either because I would have to seriously increase my rate if I offered these glass eyes. But I know how to make faux glass eyes stand out from everybody else's, and I taught that tip a long time ago. So back to finances. Get yourself on a budget, because as your business grows, there's some fun things that you can buy. All right, so did you meet your financial targets? And did you budget as far as revenue, expenses, and profitability? If you are not turning if you are not making money in this business, then you have a very expensive hobby. So if you have an LLC or some other type of legal entity where you have to pay taxes and you're not making money, that's a very concerning situation to be in. So make sure you know whether or not you are a hobbyist or a business owner. And then, are there any areas where you can optimize your costs and improve financial performance in the next quarter? What can you do today to make sure in Quarter3 and in Quarter4 that you start seeing a profit? It doesn't have to be thousands and thousands of dollars right now, especially if you're new. Maybe you're aspiring, obviously, or maybe you're struggling. Maybe you reached a certain growth point and now you just are stuck. So that is something, again, that I can help you through. Once, if you're a paying student, I can work with you. And then number 10 is long-term planning. So based on all of these questions and all of the insights you gathered about yourself, what adjustments or strategies can you make moving forward so you can have a better 2024, a better Quarter 3, a better Quarter 4? What can you do differently to move forward? And then are there any opportunities for you for growth? Can you expand? Can you add a product that makes sense to your customers? I mean, you wouldn't want to start adding hand towels if you want to be known as the memory bear lady in your town. You're going to confuse people, and eventually your sales could dwindle because you're not really standing out from anybody. So if you want to be known as the memory bear maker, then you need to show up every single day with these memory bears. I'm not saying you can't make towels or pot holders or bowl koozies. By all means, go right ahead. Obviously, you can sell those. But I would be very leery on how often you share those products online, because you don't want to confuse potential customers. That's all I'm saying. But again, this is your business. You could do whatever you want with it. I'm just here to give you some ideas and some guidance and help you along the way. You know, there's a lot of how-to videos in the world, especially for our industry, but until somebody walks the walk and talks the talk, they're not going to be much help for you. And like I said, I live this every day. I live the designer side because I design patterns. I live the maker side. I still take orders, even though every once in a while I will take an order. I'm actively in this industry. I'm trying to make a community for us. I've got a growing group. There's a free group on Facebook that I have this paying student only private group. Then I have the classes. So I really am trying to make a community out of this because I truly believe wholeheartedly this is an industry that has other people's hearts, and it's important to us, right? All right, guys, it is Stephanie Grams. I hope this very long live was useful for you. And again, if you are a paying student, I will jot these questions down and send them off to you in the student only portal. And again, May 2024 is your one and only chance to get all of these business supplements. They're PDFs. And they're pretty good, I think. And I think those that have purchased them enjoy them too. They've left really good feedback in my Etsy shop. So you will get those as a bonus for May of 2024 only. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Bye.